Imagine a place where black excellence thrived, a community so wealthy and self-sufficient that it was nicknamed Black Wall Street. Sounds like something out of a dream, right? Well, for a while, it was real. But then, America happened. And what came next? One of the worst incidents of racial violence in U.S. history, a tragedy that most schools conveniently forgot to mention. The rise of Black Wall Street. Greenwood, Tulsa, in the early 20th century was a rare phenomenon, a thriving black business district. We're talking banks, hotels, restaurants, theaters, doctors' offices, you name it. Many of these businesses were built by black men and women just one generation removed from slavery. Talk about resilience. These weren't just small mom-and-pop shops. Greenwood was home to multi-million-dollar enterprises. Black entrepreneurs like O.W. Gurley and J.B. Stratford built an economy independent of white Tulsa. Black money circulated within the community dozens of times before ever leaving. Think about that for a second. Economic power at its finest. And we all know how America historically feels about successful black communities. So what went wrong? A young black teenager named Dick Rowland entered an elevator with a white woman, Sarah Page, on May 30th, 1921. What exactly happened in that elevator? We don't know, but rumors spread like wildfire. The next thing you know, a white mob is out for blood, demanding Rowland's lynching. The black residents of Greenwood weren't about to let that happen. They armed themselves and went to the courthouse to protect Rowland. A standoff ensued. Shots were fired. And just like that, white Tulsa had an excuse to do what they probably wanted to do all along: burn Black Wall Street to the ground. What happened next was nothing short of a war zone. On June 1st, 1921, white mobs stormed Greenwood. They looted businesses, murdered innocent residents, and even, get this, used private airplanes to drop incendiary bombs on homes and businesses. Yes, America had its own little airstrike decades before the military made it official. Within 24 hours, nearly 35 square blocks of Greenwood were reduced to ashes. Over 1,000 homes were destroyed. The official death toll? The government says around 36, but historians believe it could be as high as 300. And the worst part? No one was ever held accountable. No arrests, no convictions, just silence. After the massacre, officials did what they do best: cover it up. Insurance companies refused to compensate black residents for their losses. The city of Tulsa tried to pretend it never happened. Schools didn't teach it, and for decades, survivors were too afraid to speak out. It wasn't until recently that people even started acknowledging the truth. And even now, some folks still try to downplay it. But here's the thing. You can't heal from what you refuse to acknowledge. The Greenwood district never fully recovered, but its story is a testament to both the heights of black excellence and the depths of racial hatred. The Tulsa Race Massacre wasn't just an isolated incident. It was part of a long history of racial violence designed to keep black people from rising. But here's the thing, we always rise. So the next time someone tells you to just move on from the past, remind them, history has a way of repeating itself when we refuse to learn from it.